This is the motherfucker who's been fucking with our economy, the world economy. All right, this motherfucker started the foundation, the World Economy Forum in 1971. He is German. Yes, he is. Why does that play a part? Because his daddy, Eugene, was sitting there and making airplanes, warships, submarines, atomic bombs, and to the power for the yachts. That's how his daddy made his money. And then he started making shit like that. Then he went to Harvard. He went to a couple of shit. Every time some motherfuckers go to Harvard, you better start looking at Harvard and realizing that's a fucking cult, okay? Quick thing about this motherfucker, he has a book that says The Great Reset, that every world leader meets. When they do this world forum, I'm talking about every congressperson, every diplomat, every fucking world leader, even business stockholders, anybody that got money, this is where they go and decide how they're going to have a plan and all this shit, okay? Y'all following me here? This is the motherfucker with the money, okay? Now, allegedly, reports was sent, right? In an investigation headed by BlackRock, IMF, I don't know who the fuck is that, and the former Vice President Al Gore and Sellers, held an emergency meeting looking into claims about this motherfucker, right? Espera un momento. What they were trying to say was that this motherfucker was over there doing illegal shit. And who was he doing illegal shit with? Y'all gonna go to that conclusion because this motherfucker's supposed to be paid for private in-room massages at hotel. This nigga got money. He got money. So he's going to use his organization for private in-room massages in a hotel? If that ain't the EpiPen right the fuck there, you think I'm stupid? All right? He manipulated the global competitive report in order to curb favors in certain government, blah, blah, blah. We all know how that fucking works, right? And his wife was over there getting like these token meetings. You pay me and I make a meeting and all this, all right? The point about this motherfucker was this is the motherfucker that told every fucking world leader they should do a great reset during COVID-19. Basically to reset by eliminating over 20 million of us, okay? His family said that he's been on a character assassination, and basically they was looking for like former Nelsie chef, Nelsie, the one the motherfucker that said water's not a human right. Nelsie who wind up putting salt inside their drinkable water. Nelsie who wind up creating the powdered milk for the children. You know, those infant milk that's powdered that was poisonous to our kids. Y'all forgot about Nelsie, not the little chocolate shit. They wanted to make sure that they could find a permanent replacement. Telling y'all, that motherfucker was there for 54 years. Remember, he was the top, he's the founding and all this bullshit, right? This is supposed to be an independent international organization committing and improving the state of the world. It's supposed to engage business, political, academics, and other leaders of society to shape global, regional, and industrial agenda. Bitch, these were the motherfuckers who was running around making all these new laws and all this other shit, okay? I'm gonna let y'all go and arrest it because it is scandalous and this shit. I would never hurt myself. I would never do any of this crazy shit. I would never do anything to hurt any other individual. I am not against any other fucking government, so let these motherfuckers never tell no lie about my ass, okay? All right, now to the next one that's going to get me in fucking trouble because this is what they're going to hide. This is going to get me in trouble. Now, FB boy, right? When I was looking at some of his motherfucking book, they had some DNA shit in that birthday book. Why the fuck do he need the creation of humans? Apparently, they don't need sperm and the egg. If you was looking at some of his fucking books, some of that shit was satanic, some of his religions, and some of that shit was also genetically DNA that they had gave him in the book. I can't find it now. I try to Google it. I'm not going to download the motherfucking book because I don't know motherfucking evidence on my fucking phone. But anyway, in the book, it shows about these DNA sequencing that he was doing for genetic DNA. Better. You remember that, right? And bitch, why that motherfucker, EpiPen, had a fucking ranch over there in New Mexico. 10,000 fucking acres, all right, in New Mexico, okay? And they already had like 26,000 acres on the main fucking desert where he was over there chichando with little girls, abusing baby girls, okay? At least two women. No, two little girls accused this motherfucker of doing the most nastiest motherfucking thing in the world. One of them was with she was a little girl, okay? Better. But this motherfucker wanted to see the human race with his DNA by impregnating women in his New Mexico ranch, which never got raided, which never has seen a fucking state, federal motherfucker investigation go into that ranch, which is sold, in 2023? Undisclosed amount for basically when I looked at it, they said they wanted 23 million and they sold it for 18 million. Now, who the fuck is that company? Because every time I try to read that shit, it ain't letting me. So y'all do y'all thing, because I'm not that great with the fucking investigation. I'm just a GD bitch, okay? But I need to understand why the fuck a government that understands that this motherfucker had in New Mexico had this ranch for seeding the human race with his DNA. Bitch. Remember, Judios do not do any DNA. The Jews don't play with that shit. So why the fuck was he over there having the secret fucking DNA genetic modification in a fucking birthday book and had a ranch, right? Oh, in regards to that. And after, in 2012, after his first conviction, right? He founded a company called Southern Trust, incorporated in the U.S. Virgin Islands. I think everybody needs to sue that motherfucker, okay? And the Virgin Islands. And according to the New York Times, which is also Robert, and Robert's in the motherfucking book, so you can't even trust the motherfucker. It has the stated the purpose of DNA data mining, and it allegedly earned $200 million in revenue. Who the fuck put money in that? DNA data mining. Y'all keep doing that accessory shit. The accessory DNA. The baby ranch. They wanted he was interested in the transhumanic movement, openly discussing plans to impregnate as much as 20 women at a time at his ranch in New Mexico. They said there's no credible reports that confirm EpiPen ever publicly released or took a personal DNA test, or that he has successfully. Yes, he did when he got fucking locked up. Bitch, when you get locked up, they do that shit. Don't act like they don't. They do that shit, all right? But we know that Judios don't want that shit. You understand? Julio will never put out their fucking DNA. It's funny because I had a motherfucking patient like, oh, you're so Judio and you ever want to know where you come from? No, bitch. No, I don't need y'all. No, thank you. Fuck out of here. No. Fuck no. When I tell you that this shit goes deeper than young little girls and foreigners, that we're talking about genetic. We're talking about a place where I could envision that they had hell girls and did some experiment, okay? This is why you get in all this distraction. This is why this whole thing between Ukraine and Russia is going to happen, and North Korea and Izzy and all of this shit and the Congress. All of that is going to be the top news, because this shit cannot come out along with the EpiPen fucking files, bro. They're gonna give you a little bit, oh, it's about little girls. No, baby, it's a lot darker. If it was about little girls, honey, our fucking judges, our fucking teachers, our fucking sheriff, DA department, they all fucking pedos, bro. Break down the fucking list. Come on, we had a whole fucking tunnel in New York with the Judios with bloody bed with children. What the fuck? This is something more satanic than before. Anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. This is just, how you say, I see it for what it is, and I hope I'm not bugging. If I am, let me know if I'm just like so wigged the fuck out, because there is no fucking possible way that this average Joe motherfucker is gonna have this whole secret DNA or the genetic making of how humans are made. Come on, bro. This is deifying the very scientific facts that we supposed to be knowing about how humans were made, and this motherfuckers was trying to do this. And now I'm not talking about chichando or doing IVF on these motherfuckers. No. We're talking about creating a life on a way they think that they fucking God. That's what we're talking about, okay? Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day.